Hey YouTube, it's your girl Coco. I'm back this afternoon because Fortunata, Hope, and I have decided to do a collaboration together. We're going to both be using all Juvia's Place products today. Well, I don't have everything from Juvia's Place, but I have quite a bit. The brows are not Juvia's Place. And the thing that started it all off are these holiday brushes. Aren't they pretty? I normally use natural hair brushes, but I do have some synthetics that I like. So one of my favorite synthetic brush sets is an older one from Juvia's Place. I don't really know where that's at right now, but I still have it. It's just don't know where it is. Anyhow, I decided since I liked those so much that I would try these. Look how pretty they are. Very, very pretty. You've got brushes for everything from powder to foundation to bronzer and blush and everything. So I'm going to use these. There's a bunch of eye brushes. We're going to use these only today in my look. So I'm going to start out with eyeshadow, and I had to pull out my favorite Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette of all time, hands down, the Tribe palette. And I'm sorry if it's discontinued, but I have one and I'm going to use mine. Hopefully you have it too. If you don't, those Rebel quads, there's some greens in the Rebel quads. Well, there's two different green Rebel quads. One is Army and one is Mint. They're not the same shades, but it's still some greens, some really good greens from Juvia's. Anyway, this is the palette. I'm going to start with the darkest shade. I'm sure you're not surprised. Okay, let's see. These brushes do not have names on them, so I'm just going to show you. I'm using this one. It's like the medium pointy crease brush. It's been so long since I used this palette. I really don't know what is about to happen, but we're going to make this look happen as quick as possible. Okay, let's see. My mirror's down here, guys. Hopefully I can stay in frame for you. If not, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I am obsessed with doing halo eyes right now. I want to get really, really good at them. So I saw someone do a halo eye where they just put the shade all, like their darkest shade, all over their lid and then built from there. So I'm going to see if that works for me. And I'm just, taking my time. These brushes have a really, really long handle. They feel nice in the hand. It's never, for me, been a good idea to load my brush up. So I'm just doing a little at a time. And where you want your most intense pigmentation to be, that's where you tap your brush down onto your lid at first. And then take what's left and move it around into the other areas where you're putting it. And I like for my eyeshadow to stay a little bit lower, so I tried not to pop my brush down on my lid too high up, because you can always blend it up and out if you want to, but if there's too much in one spot, it makes it more difficult, especially if it's a spot you don't want eyeshadow on. So I'm just kind of pouncing a little bit. Sometimes with a really dark matte, it helps me personally to just sort of like pounce it on. And then I can take a clean brush here in a minute and just blend the edges a little bit. So there is the darkest color. I'm not sure. I think that I might use a little bit of this green. I'm mostly going to stick with these, maybe a little bit of these other two shimmers. So let's see. I'm going to keep this brush and I'm going to dip into, this is so shiny. I think it's called Tootsie. Let's see how that does up here on this edge. Very pretty. Oh, I forgot how much I love this palette, but I absolutely adore this palette. I think that this was like, we thought it was gone forever, and it came back sometime earlier this year. I can't really remember when that was now. There's been a whole lot of stuff going on this year. I feel like my memory is getting increasingly bad as I get older. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't know if it's because, of brain overload, or if it's like brain fog or what's going on. But especially with dates, I'm extra terrible about remembering the date of anything. There's a few things. Let me quit lying. There's a few things. I'm still just tapping on the brightest green. Well, I don't know if you would call this a green or a yellow, but to me that's more of a yellow. This is the green Tootsie that I'm using right now, just sort of building out, blowing out the crease a little bit. These shadows don't even really need blended. They're just going on beautifully. I skipped eye primer. In case you were wondering that, did I prime my eyes off camera? No, I just did my skincare and no primer. I've got the Juvia's Place primer, but I prefer no primer personally. Anyway, like I was saying, these shadows, they just blend together. There's no problem whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to take this slightly smaller crease brush, and I'm not putting shadow on here. I'm just going to blend the edge a little bit right here. So in my previous foray into doing halo eyes, they still look like smoky eyes to me. I mean, they're getting more halo-ish, but I'm going to try to keep this shape a little more rounded than I normally do today. And see if that makes it look even more like a halo eye. I'm trying to really lean into that halo eye look because I think it's beautiful. Okay, so the top edge has been gently blended. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the darkest shimmer first. This one called Cuba, I believe. I'm just going to put that on, obviously, with my finger. Okay. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at this. This is a delicious, delicious shade. Look at that. That actually reminds me of a Divina Duochrome. Hold on, let me see real quick. Do I have a Divina Duochrome? Let me look, you guys. Hold on. Let's see. Is this it? No, I don't think so. Hold on. This one. This one, this one, this one. Okay. This right here. Y'all see my pajama pants? Okay. This little palette right here has my Divina shadows. These are the Divina multi-chromes. And I swear that this looks like one of them. Yeah, it's similar. This is from Divina is way more shimmery. I mean shifty. See about this one. Okay, it's probably closer to this one right here. But yeah. So if you wanted that duochrome shade from Juvia's Place, try, because Divina's always going to have a sale at Black Friday. This is Borealis from her multi-chromes. So Borealis, and this is Cuba. Yes, Cuba. All right. Now, back to the program. Let me wipe off my fingers and get back to business with this eye look. Because like I said, we're not going to be here all day. We're just not. This is going to be a quick, easy, full face with Juvia's Place. Okay, so putting Cuba back on my ring finger. There it is. And I'm just going to tap that all in the center. And then I'm going to layer on another shimmer here in a second. Oh, this is so pretty. Even after all this time, it's gorgeous because this palette's getting old. Oh man, it's still so pretty though. Okay. I'm putting that over the majority of my lid, but I'm leaving a little space on the inner and the outer corners. This is the first Saturday in so long that I didn't have a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I'm trying to make the most of my day and just enjoy myself. But I have to tell you guys, yesterday, man, my Friday was crazy. Just outrageous. I was at my mama's house and I got a call. Now, I had only been over there for like 30 minutes. I get a call from a local phone number, so I answered because I didn't really recognize the number. But since it was a local number, I was like, okay, let me answer. I'm just going to take this clean brush. It's a little dirty now, but I'm just going to blend right here. I might have put a little bit too much of that dark shimmer. But it's okay. Just blend the edge a pinch and we'll be all good to go. Anyway, I get this call. I answered. And they were like, hello? I said, hello. They said, this is so-and-so from the sheriff's department. I was like, what? Okay. You know, I'm thinking, why are you calling me? What? was so worried because I wasn't at home, but my family was at the house. So she goes on after the longest pause ever and says that there's been a report that my dog was missing. However, the dog catcher has found her. He's got her, and are you at home? She says. I said, no, I'm not at home, and I didn't even know that the dog was missing. She says, well, how far are you from home? I said, I can be back in 10 minutes, right? I was like, okay. She said, he'll bring her over. I said, okay. And it was crazy because they had my dog's name, they had my address, and everything. She has a microchip, so I think that saved me because they probably would have took my baby to the pound. And trust me, she is nobody's pound puppy. She is very, very, she's fancy. She's prissy. She's girly. She doesn't like to be dirty. And yeah, I was so upset. So I rush home, and I get here. The dog warden hasn't made it here yet. So I'm here before them. And I come in the house and I'm asking people like, where the hell is my dog at? What? I just got a phone call that said the dog is missing. And which one of you guys called her? Like, what happened? How'd she get out? Nobody even freaking knew that she was missing until I got home and told them. So I don't know who called and reported that my dog was missing and that it was my dog. I think it had to have been the microchip. Okay, so to summarize, she made it home safe. She was only gone for maybe an hour, if that long, and she managed to avoid going to the pound. So everything worked out okay. She's safe and happy. She's a little bit edgy. She's been a little edgy for the last 24 hours. Because when they pulled up and she was in the back of the dog warden's truck in a crate that like had no holes. Like, I guess she could breathe in there, but she couldn't see out of it. She was literally in jail. It was terrible. It was terrible. They opened that thing and she ran straight to me. I was like, oh, my baby, my fluffy baby. Are you okay? She was. Nobody hurt her. I don't think she's too sweet to hurt anybody else in most circumstances. I think I'm going to use this one because I really like this one. It's got a really pretty shift. Maybe not. I don't know now. Let me see what I think about the other color. Let's do a swatch. Okay, I'm using the lightest color because I really want that center area to pop. So, do I want to use my finger? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm just putting that right there in the very middle of the eyelid. Oh, these shimmers blend and build together so pretty. Look at that. Ooh, I'm glad I made the right choice with this lightest shimmer. Try to make sure I get it in the right spot and bring it up. Need a little more. Okay, now I'm going to take just a little bit, like what's left on this finger, and I'm going to put that like at the edge and try to blend them together a little bit. Especially on the front half, like on the inner corner area. Okay, I think that's pretty good. The only thing I wouldn't do is darken up the inner and outer corners a little bit more with the darkest matte shade. So let's see what brush. There is a really nice fat pencil brush right here. I'm going to see how that works for this task. So put a little bit on there, just a little bit. Just going to deepen that outer corner a little more. Y'all know I like my stuff to be smoked out and dramatic, so I'm sure no one's surprised I went back with the dark color. I used to be scared of dark colors, but I love them so much now. Okay. Deepen up the inner corner a little more. These brushes are working really well. Okay. I have to focus and make sure I don't mess up. They really need to match when you're doing a halo eye, to me. Okay, we're almost done with the eyes. All right, I'm gonna give it a little blend with the original big brush here, just on the edges, just a little bit. Give it a cute little hazy thing. There we go. All right, now, whoops, I dropped my brush on the floor. It is time for me to put some lashes on. Let's pop these lashes on. Which lashes are we going to use today? I'm going to go with my Old Faithfuls. These are the Allure Luxe XL Faux Meek lashes in the style Splendor. Can you read that it says Splendor on there? All right. And I decided to try a new glue. I don't have any. Does Juvia's place even make lashes? I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to use some glue that is new to me. It's still a Kiss glue, but this is a black one. And of course my glue liner. Let me find it. And then the black glue liner. Okay. What is this glue called? This is still the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, but this is the black one with biotin and blueberry. Whoops. Okay. Anyhow, because my other one was starting to get dried up a little bit and clumpy, so I decided it was time to go ahead and just open a new one, and I've been wanting to try black glue liner for a while, or excuse me, the just black lash adhesive. I used to always use clear. That's like my standby go-to because when you're not that great with putting lashes on, you don't need black glue liner. So I started with the clear so that it didn't make as much of a mess. I'll do my inner corner highlight in a minute, but I want to get these lashes on. Anyway, you know, now that I'm better with lashes, I think it's okay to try the black. Baby steps. Okay, I've got a thin line, and I'm pretty sure that my glue I put on the strip is ready. And pop it on. I love these lashes because they're easy to put on. They seem to really fit my eye shape really well. And they're a winged out lash, so they give me a cute cat eye effect as well. It makes my eyes look a little bit larger too. Man, the difference. Okay, let me go ahead and get this other lash on. Okay, so I've been working on doing a small redecorating project in my bedroom. And we're currently in my bedroom right now. And when I mean small, I'm just talking about changing up my bedspread, my throw pillows, the accents, stuff like that. Just a few small little touches. I'm trying to decide if I want to grab like a blanket. You know, those little throw blankets. I almost bought a whole new comforter set, and I was like, no. We're just gonna accessorize because I have a lot of bedspreads and comforters already anyway. So I didn't think that was really, you know, necessary. And your girl's running out of room to put stuff away, so decided to just switch the bedspread, and I'm gonna like pop it with some gray accents. And like I said, I'm thinking about a new blanket, either a throw blanket or just like I don't know, not really a bedspread, but you know, maybe a new down comforter, because it's about to get cold in Ohio. Okay, so that line is on, and we can go ahead and pop on the lashes. Who, when they first start putting on lashes, put their lashes on and go somewhere and the lash pops off or the inner corner pops up? That's why I started doing double glue, because it helps make sure your lashes don't pop up. Now, don't get me wrong, they might still pop up. You never know what could happen. But for the most part, I have less issues with that now. Okay, the lashes are on, and I need a baby wipe to get some of this shadow off my fingers so I can go ahead and move on to my under eyes. I'm going to put on some concealer and my inner corner highlight, and we'll be done shortly. I've been dying, you guys, though, to pull out some of this Juvia's Place stuff, and I can't remember the last time I used a Juvia's Place. Did I use anything from Juvia's Place recently? I can't remember doing so. And it's not, I mean, I don't have a reason. It's not anything against them. Juvia's Place is actually one of my favorite brands. I have almost all of their palettes. Now, I've slowed down significantly. I guess I should say I have most of their older palettes, because I don't have a lot of their 6-pan palettes. Do I have any? I feel like I have one or two 6-pan palettes, but that's it. I was kind of interested possibly in the holiday palettes that came out with this collection, but I don't know. I don't need it. If I'm being honest, I don't love the color story in either one of them. There's a pressed glitter and there's only 6 shadows, so we're talking about, you know, 5 shadows and a pressed glitter in both of those palettes. And I think I'm going to wait and see if they go on sale, and then maybe I might add them to my collection after that. Okay, so I'm going to use the color stick. What color is this? This is Bolivia. I'm going to use this for my under eye concealer, and I'm just going to warm it up on my finger, and then I'll put it under my eye. Nobody talks about these color sticks, but I like them. I think that they're very, very nice. It's possible that might have been too much. I don't know right now. We're going to try to blend it out in a minute. And I think I'm going to take that shade down the center of my nose and a little bit in the center of my forehead, Cupid's bow, around my nose, and on my chin a little bit. Okay, so that's on, and let's see if I can blend this a little bit better with my finger. I didn't bring a beauty sponge in here. I don't really use sponges too much. I don't really like the feeling of that cold, wet sponge on my face. I was thinking about trying, I can't remember the brand name, but they look really velvety. I know you can get them from Beautylish is where I first saw them at, and I think you can get them at Amazon too. The name is escaping me. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll know it when I see it. Anyway, I was thinking about trying some different sponges that don't feel as like rubbery, but I don't really need them. I probably won't use them even if I do buy them, so I'm going to try to just leave it alone. And I really, really like to use my fingers. Okay, that blended out very, very nice. I'm just going to blend my nose a little bit around here. I do not intend to put on foundation today, so I'm just going to leave it like that and go on in with this inner corner highlight. Let me see. There's even a cute little baby inner corner highlight brush. This is also great for diffusing, like detailed work if you were doing a really intricate eye look. So I'm going to use this for my inner corner, and I think I'm going to put the same color on my inner corner that I have in the very center of my eye. It is called Coral. It's this one. I'm not spraying it. Let's see how it does by itself. Okay, it did all right. I think I need to spray this to make it pop on my inner corner. Yeah. Or maybe I can add a highlight in a minute. Yeah, that's what I'll do instead. I've got some highlight, and I'll use that in a minute. Okay, that's kind of cute. It's not as bright as I normally like in my inner corner, but like I said, I've got a highlighter that I'm going to use in a minute, and I know for sure that that's a little brighter, and we'll put that in there. But I don't know, that's kind of growing on me. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Okay, anyway, the eyes are done. I'm not doing under eye smoke today. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my bronzing shade, which is actually another color stick. There we go. This is in the shade Cameroon. It's too shiny. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but we're going to put it on. And I'm just going to dot that on right here in the back. Just a little bit, like in the hollow of my cheeks. Okay. And again, the fingers. We're going to warm that up and blend it with fingers to start with. And then I'm going to use one of these brushes. I think it's probably intended more like for foundation, but I'm going to use it to blend out this bronzer. Okay. This big flat top, I'm going to use that and see if that can help me blend this in a little more. Oh yes, it did. It blended that out with the quickness. Look at that. Okay. Love. Let's put a little bit on the forehead. Those bronzer, or these, not bronzer, but the foundation sticks, complexion sticks, whatever they call them. I don't even really know what they're called, but these things right here, they are fabulous. So pigmented. Okay, I'm slightly bronzy, so that's all good. Yeah, hit the tip of the nose just a little bit too. These brushes got some weight to them. These do not feel cheap in the slightest. I'm so happy I bought these. If you see these come back in stock and you're looking for a synthetic brush set, I would recommend these. So far, I'm really, really happy with them. Okay, I am bronzed. I am bronzed with the tiniest bit of this little stick. Okay, now I'm going to put on some highlight and blush. Wait a minute, no I'm not. Let me put some powder on. I almost forgot. Okay, I've got this powder. This is in the shade Kalahari. Let me set these under eyes right quick, and then we'll go on with the highlight and blush. I'm a little worried because this looks a little dark, but I think it'll be okay. There it is. When in doubt, just put a little, tap it off, you know, you'll be fine. Usually. Oh, these washed up really good too. I washed these before I used them. I always wash my brushes before I use them. Period. Okay. That did a good job without, because I was like, uh-oh, it's going to make my under eyes dark, but it did not. I always try to make sure I hit the tip of my nose, this little area right here. I get shiny right there. That's like my shiny spot. Okay. The powder is on and did beautiful. Wow, that looks good. That looks really good. And this brush feels nice and soft under my eyes. We have to be careful with that delicate area. And now it's time for some highlight. There's a nice chubby highlight brush here. I suppose you could use this for like a huge, like just boom, throw it on, one color look. But I'm using this for highlight today. So I've got two different colors. I've got number 3, which is the lightest one. That's the one I was saying I might put in my inner corner, but I don't think so. Okay, so this one, and then I also have number 2. And I think I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to put a little bit of number 2 on first, and then a little bit of number 1, and let's see what happens. Oh, this is pretty. Do the other side. I like to hit under the tail of my brow too. Well, this is like a homemade tail, but you feel me. With my highlight is what I'm trying to say. Okay, then I'm going to put some more right here, there. This is a very, very soft, subtle highlight. I like it. Okay, I put a little bit too much of the light shade. I'm going to go back in with the deeper one. Just a little bit. And just sort of like mix it together. Because I forgot to go back in. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, these are so pretty. Okay, that's done. And I'm going to take this clean angle brush and I'm just going to buff a little bit more with this one. That's not my preferred shape of highlighting brush. I don't feel like it puts my highlight on as pretty as a fan brush. So I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Okay, boom. Highlight is on, and now it's time for blush. And when you want to talk about an oldie but a goodie, pull out the Juvia's Place Blush Palette. This is volume 2. Here's what the shades look like. And whoops, I think that I'm just going to go in with this neutral color today. And I'm still using this angled brush right here. Okay, that's a lot. I got a lot on the brush. I'm going to start in the back. I've really been feeling a bronzy, like brownish blush lately. So pretty. Ugh. I wish Juvia's Place would come out with some more blushes, actually. That would be nice to see. Well, wait a minute. They did, didn't they? It's like the 2 pans. I don't have any of those either. I think so. It was like with the bronzed and the blushed collections. They had came out with all those bronzers and the blushes, and there's like 2 shades at each palette. It's like a rectangle shaped palette, I think. Okay. This stuff is going on so pretty and effortless. No problems. Okay. Okay, Juvia's Place. I like it. I like it a lot. Very, very pretty. All right, now I have some Juvia's Place lippies, but today I'm just going to use a lip pencil and some gloss. Okay, I have on just like my chapstick right now, and I'm not going to take it off. This is in the shade, this is their Luxe Liners, and I have no idea what the color is. I think it's called Lush. It's like a cute mauve-y color. Because, you know, maybe you don't have the lip color you want. But if you have a lip liner in the color you want to use, just fill in your whole lip with it and put a gloss, like a clear gloss on top. I'm a huge fan of mixing lip colors, whether that's like between lipsticks, lip glosses, lip liners, you know, the whole lip combo thing. I actually used to keep a notebook that had lip combos. I don't know what I did with it. I have no idea where that's at. But I felt like a mauve lip would be cute with this green eye look. I'm just kind of looking at this halo eye, and I feel like it still just looks like a smoky eye. I might need to put a little bit more of the bright shade in the center. Okay, the lip is on. Let's pop this clear gloss. It's like a clear sparkly gloss. What's this called? Disco Fever. This came out with the Fumi collection. I think that was from last Christmas, but I could be wrong. Because like I said earlier, I have my time all mixed up. I don't know when anything was. Dates, I'm terrible with dates. At least right now I am. So I can't say for sure, but this is not available anymore. It's a discontinued color. But I think L'Oreal has a lifter gloss in the same shade. So just get that one if you want a clear, sparkly silver gloss. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more of a lighter shade in the very center to make this halo eye pop a little bit more. What's this color called? Coral. I'm putting a little bit more coral with my pinky right in the center to make the halo pop more. Yes, that's better. Okay, we're about done with this look. As soon as I finish putting this on. Okay, now one more little blend right at the very top, right here, without any additional shadow. Right there at the very top edge. Now, I think Juvia's Places came out with a skincare line, right? If you've tried Juvia's Place skincare, let me know how you like it. I also would like to know if they have a setting spray or a toner, because a Juvia's Place setting spray would have been nice to have today. However, I've got my Old Faithful Everyday Coconut Toner, and every day it gets me together every day. So let's do this. All right, so there we have a quickish look with Juvia's Place. These brushes worked fabulously. The palette is still glorious and just beautiful. I still love the highlights. It gave me a really pretty soft, well-blended highlight. The blush palette is still gorgeous too. If they still have this, I highly recommend it. They've got 2 shades. So this is the lighter one. They have Saharan Volume 1 that is more rich tones. These color sticks, you can't go wrong with these. They have a lot of different shades. You could do foundation with these. You can just, you know, put it all over for whatever you want. I really, really like these, and they blend out really, really nicely, especially for being in a stick form. All right, we have completed the full face from Juvia's Place. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.